Hey there, I thought I would do a quick video on laterality or handedness relevant to German new medicine because I actually did an Instagram post a couple of weeks ago asking if people knew their left or right handedness and laterality, and a lot of people responded saying that they had no idea what I was talking about. So hopefully this video helps you out. It probably will be helpful to know a bit about German new medicine before you watch this video. And if you have any questions around terminology or anything I'm talking about, please do feel free to reach out and let me know and ask the questions. So what is handedness, or more accurately, probably laterality is the best term for it, or also our wiring. It's determined at the first division of cells as an embryo, and it refers to the primal preference of the mind-body system to relate to left or right, to experiences involving either mother and child themes or to do with father, partner, and significant other. And it's important to know that our laterality, our wiring, our handedness in German new medicine can be different to our handedness in everyday life. So a right-hander is not necessarily right laterality, and a left-hander is not necessarily left laterality. There are some tests that I'll show you in a minute that we can help determine this. It's also important to say that there is an exception to this rule, and that is programs that originate or are controlled by the brainstem or endoderm programs and organs, which instead they correlate to right being incoming and left being outgoing. And this is in alignment with our embryological development. So why is it important to know this? Well, because knowing our handedness gives some really good clues as to the context of the root cause conflict theme of a symptom. And that is dependent on where the symptom shows up in the body. So how do you determine your laterality? Well, there's a few really simple tests that we can do. So I find the most reliable tests to be either the clap test or the child preference test. And the clap test is a really, really simple one. It is literally just clapping as if you were applauding for a performance, and which hand is on top. So you can see when I'm clapping, my right hand is on top. And yes, I am right laterality, I'm right wired, and I'm right-handed. The child preference test is about which side you prefer to breastfeed or carry a child on, because it leaves your dominant hand free to do all the other things, right? So if you prefer to breastfeed and carry a child on your left side, this leaves the right hand free to do all the things, right? And this is how I feed and how I carry, because again, right laterality. A left laterality individual will prefer to carry the child on the right hip and breastfeed on the right, because it leaves the left free for doing all the other things, right? And so once you know your laterality, like what does that actually mean? How do we use that? So as I mentioned before, you can use this as a clue in finding the initiating conflict that is the root cause of your symptoms. And that's based on where your symptoms are showing up. So those with right laterality, like myself, will generally have symptoms that are associated with mother and child conflicts show up on the left side of the body and in the left organs. And this is switched for left laterality. So a mother-child conflict will show up on the right side of the body and right organs for a left laterality individual. Conflicts involving father, partner, or any significant other will show up in a right laterality individual on the right. And again, switched for a left laterality individual. So father, partner, significant other symptoms will show up on the left. So yeah, it's a really great clue when you have symptoms that show up in these parts of the body, so long as they're not brainstem or endoderm controlled programs and symptoms related to those areas. So I do say that these are clues, because we must also keep in mind that this is not definitive. So we've got the brainstem programs and endoderm programs, like I said, but also a symptom can show up somewhere based on that part of the body being involved in the actual conflict itself. So for example, there might be a body site that received unwanted touch, and then it goes on to produce a rash in the healing phase of a separation conflict. And this wouldn't necessarily be due to the laterality of the person and them associating it with mother and child or father partner. It might just be, where they were actually touched will display the symptom. And then, so another example might be something like arthritis showing up in, say, the right hand of a painter who uses their right hand a lot in their work. Now, they might be right-handed, but not necessarily. Say they go through a self-devaluation conflict where they perceive their work not to be good enough, or an event that they're involved in leads them to perceive that their work is not good enough, their art is not good enough, and they predominantly use their right hand for that. That self-devaluation conflict is going to show up as arthritis in their right hand, right? So I hope this is really helpful. If you do want to know more, if this makes no sense to you at all in terms of terminology in German New Medicine, but there's something here that you want to explore more, I really encourage you to look at the 5 biological laws of German New Medicine. Or you can go ahead and learn all the foundations and loads more through our offering, which is the New Earth Wellness Empowered Health Academy German New Medicine Foundations community. So the link to that training and that community is in the description below, and that is where you can learn all things German New Medicine and really put this into practice and experience the benefits of it in your own life. So I hope that's really helpful, and I'll see you guys again soon. Bye.